It was disclosed on Tuesday that there are no traitors in Parliament regarding foreign interference. And while that's good news for Canadians who care about democratic integrity, there are a lot to go through to really understand what's in the 121-page report. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh spoke to reporters yesterday about the biggest concerns addressed in Justice Oog's report.
What Justice Hogue has highlighted, I think one of the biggest points that she made in her report was the deep concern she has regarding misinformation and disinformation, particularly on social media. What other things that Justice Hogue highlighted, I want to point out, is she said that all leaders, all political leaders, should get security clearance and receive information that is pertinent to their parties or to democracy in general. And that highlights the real concerns that Canadians have raised about Pierre Poilievre, the only leader of a political party that has not received security clearance. And so that was highlighted.
Bloc Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet also reacted to the foreign interference report. He implied that while there may not be traitors in Parliament, some politicians can be described as useful idiots.
Useful idiot is an expression which, thanks God, I did not create. It is used by those in the intelligence services who describe people who unknowingly are being manipulated through soft spying initiatives, having a drink tonight with a beautiful lady, or being received in a much larger room than what you needed when you traveled around the world, or whatever like that, which makes one too comfortable and available or inclined to speak too much. They are called useful idiots, and they are not criminals. They are somewhat idiots. Either they do it purposefully or not. This is why Mr. Poilievre should get the security clearance, make sure that there is no one in his caucus or within his candidates whom should be described as somewhat useful, if not idiot.
The Toronto Sun's Bryan Passifume joined us this morning for more on the report.
There was a lot of there's a lot in the report that was really critical. The government said that even though that there was no evidence of any foreign tampering in 2019 and 2021, that the government really dropped the ball when it came to protecting its interests against foreign interference and transparency. One of the things that really kind of popped out when I was reading the report, I was in the lockup yesterday for it, was that she blasted the government for the fact that that regular people found out about this in the media, not through the government. They found out that this foreign interference issue from reading about it in the newspaper, which she says really shouldn't happen. The government needs to be more transparent. It needs to have better processes in place and better mechanisms at hand to ensure that A, that our elections aren't compromised, and B, that Canada's better equipped to deal with foreign actors who want to meddle in our affairs. Kind of the one that really jumped out at me, particularly considering the leadership race that the Liberals are going right now, is that they wanted to sort of show up the rules on who is allowed to vote a nomination, a leadership contest. Right now, the rules in the Election Act right now only apply to elections. But one of the suggestions that Justice Hogue had was expanding some of those rules, including ensure that only Canadian citizens or permanent residents are permitted to vote in nomination and leadership contests. There's been a few instances. There was, there were stories and testimony that the commission heard about busloads of Chinese foreign students coming to, fraudulently register to vote in a leadership contest. Things like that, as well. Parties are also asked to maintain records of who voted, to record proof that each person who voted in a nomination or leadership contest is eligible to vote, that they're a Canadian citizen or a PR. That was surprising to me that the parties didn't already do that.